Hello, if you're planning on getting a polycarbonate greenhouse, you're going to build it yourself. This is definitely 100%, no ifs, no buts, the very last job you do when you build that greenhouse. 100%, no ifs, no buts. If you don't take the advice I'm going to give you now, you may regret it. You may regret it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut you back to some video that I shot over 12 months ago when I was having issues with my polycarbonate greenhouse, in particular with the sheets. Check this out, then come back to me. My polycarbonate greenhouse, the end game. I've spent the last 3 years trying to hold my polycarbonate greenhouse together. Just keeping the thing in one piece has been a challenge. It's been a constant battle. There are lots of videos on my polycarbonate greenhouse on my channel documenting the continuous struggle and offering advice. At the beginning of the year, I noticed that the roof sheets on the sunny side of the greenhouse had started to get lots of holes in them. Check this out. These were my thoughts at the time. These holes don't go the whole way through. They're just through the outer wall of the sheet. They're through the side that's exposed to the sun. Wow. All 4 roof panels with holes in. Blimey. Now I'm going to have a struggle here because these sheets are captivated in channels. They're not designed to go in and out, they're designed to go in and be fixed in. Okay, so since then I've replaced those sheets with new sheets. The easiest part of the job was the removal of the old sheets as they crumbled and disintegrated. I've just noticed that the roof sheets on the other side of the roof now have holes in them. Check this out. Having replaced 4 damaged sheets on the other side of the roof, I now find that I've got sheets on this side of the roof that are also damaged by ultraviolet. This sheet I'm going to repair the holes just using tape. Now let's move to this adjacent sheet. This sheet also has holes in it, and they go right to the top of the sheet, but I'm going to repair those holes just using clear tape as well. I'm not replacing these sheets, not yet anyway. Now let me read you some information from the internet. This is from the internet. Radiation from the sun, especially in the ultraviolet portion of the spectrum, degrades the properties of polycarbonate. Hey, that's what my greenhouse is made of. Polycarbonate. It's standing out there in the sunshine. Sunshine degrades polycarbonate. Okay, so that was from the internet now, and I expanded it, but this is from me, this is from Homegrown Veg. Polycarbonate sheets have a UV protective coating on the side outermost. The UV protection is there to protect the sheets from the damage that UV can cause. In my case, 4 roof sheets disintegrated in 3 years and another 3 roof sheets damaged by UV. That's just about all the roof sheets needing to be replaced. Well, I've got to tell you, enough is enough. So this is my update on any previous advice I have given. Don't purchase a polycarbonate greenhouse. It's a nightmare. I'll give you a link in the text below this video to previous videos that I've produced on my polycarbonate greenhouse nightmare. Check them out. But don't take my word for it. There are lots of videos on YouTube by other gardeners describing their polycarbonate greenhouse experiences. Check those out as well as some of my videos, then you decide. But I can tell you one thing for certain: there will not be another polycarbonate greenhouse at Homegrown Veg. Just won't happen. Okay, so that was then. This is now. I'm going to show you that very last job that you must do if you're building a polycarbonate greenhouse. But before I do that, I want to bring you right up to speed with where we are now. So when I'd left you, the whole roof on the sunny side of the greenhouse had disintegrated, and I panicked. It looked to me as though the greenhouse was going to disappear over the hedge because there was no strength left in those sheets at all. They looked as though they would split top to bottom. Once the wind got in the greenhouse, it would be good night Vienna. So I panicked. I went and bought some sheets. I couldn't figure out how to get the old sheets out, so I broke them out as best I could. I couldn't figure out how to get the new sheets in because they were locked into position by the structure, which was bolted together, and I couldn't work out how to get these in any other way than to bend them. So I bent the sheet along its length and put one side into the groove, and then I forced the other side into the other groove, and I got all 4 sheets in, and that was job done. And I thought I was finished. Then I had a look around the other side of the greenhouse. Well, as you could see, it wasn't as bad, but it was going to become as bad if I didn't do something about it. Those sheets were getting eaten away as well. So what I did was, as a stopgap, I bought some tape off the internet. It was supposedly UV stabilised, and I taped all the panels, top to bottom, covered them with strips of tape, top to bottom. And that got me through the winter. But during the winter months, the tape lost its sticky. Would you believe? The tape started to come off, and not only did it come off, it was disintegrating as it came off. And what a mess. So I needed 4 new sheets. I had to do that side. But fortunately I found a way to do it. Because I had more time to look at the build instructions, fortunately I'd kept those. There was a way that I could get those sheets out, and it was simple really. The guttering along the bottom edge of the roof slid into position and was held in position by 5 bolts, and it in turn held into position the sheets on the roof. So if I took those 5 bolts out, slid the guttering out, and then looking at the bottom edge of the sheets, I could get hold of them and pull them out, pull them down out of the roof. And then it was a simple matter of pushing the other sheets back up and then replacing the guttering. But that wasn't the job finished. Now, put the bolts in, nip the bolts up, that wasn't the job finished. I'm going to show you now the last job you should be doing if you're building your own polycarbonate greenhouse. Come on, we're going next door. I'll leave this cup of tea here. I'll finish this cup of tea when I've finished this video. there you have it. The very last job to be done if you're building a polycarbonate greenhouse, or if you're changing some sheets, is to leave that protected paper on for as long as you can. There's protection on both sides of the sheet. When you take it off, you cannot tell one side from the other in terms of which side has got UV protection. You want the UV protection on the outside, and I think, as you can see from those sheets that I've put in, that the UV protection is definitely on the outside. If I'd taken that paper off, put those sheets in and looked at it now, I'd have been riven with doubt. I would start to doubt myself. And if you're building a polycarbonate greenhouse, chances are you'll get things wrong, and you'll put sheets in and take sheets out and put sheets in and take sheets out, and before you know where you're at, you're putting sheets in back to front. They're the wrong way around because you've removed the paper. Leave it on. As you can see, I've torn the edges away so that when I come to take that paper off, it's simply a case of peeling it off. It'll peel off, and that's the very last job to do, and that's the job I'll be doing once I've finished this cup of tea. Hope this video has been useful, has been helpful. Leave me something in the comments if you've built one of these things. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.